Hello everyone. Today I'm going to begin with types of strategy. We have already captured the generic strategies, which was to help you with a strategy and its nature. So generally in every organization, in some or the other way, some of the common strategies are adopted. So the ones which we covered in the previous video were those generic strategies, that is cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, and focus strategy. So today let me take you through a little more ahead of where we ended last time. I'm going to emphasize on types of strategy. Now these types of strategies are of three kinds broadly for any multinational company or multi-business enterprise. So the first one is corporate level strategy, second is business level strategy, and the third one is functional level strategies. Now with the three, the company uh, plan out different ways and processes of taking the business ideas into reality in the form of products and services and processes to the end users at the end of the day. So when we talk about types of strategy, and within this types of strategy, we have corporate level strategy, a strategy which is basically concerned with choice of business, products, and markets. So basically it tries to answer key questions like what business the firm should be in terms of range of products it supplies, or probably the question could be what should be the optional geographic spread of activities for the firm, or even the question may even range may be related to what range of vertically linked activities should the firm encompass, or probably the question could be how the corporate office should manage its group of businesses. So n number of questions can be raised so long as it is relevant for the business existence. So corporate strategy in short is nothing but the effective choice making ability of any organization when they take decisions. So corporate strategy is nothing but the strategic choices which the companies make at different frontiers. So, so if you try to understand a corporate strategy from the perspective of what all those elements which are crucial, then I would say the major crucial elements which enables corporate strategy to be effective are vision, of course, which you are already familiar with. We have goals, again we have touched upon, even strategies, which we have already covered in general, and its role. And probably the fourth one is very crucial, and that is initiatives. Any company which is capable of initiating more and more steps in terms of risk taking or introducing altogether new concept or idea or product would always generate better possibilities for strategizing at corporate level by having better strategic choices. So having strategies, vision, goals, and initiatives actually enable corporate strategy to be more effective by having more strategic choices in hand. So once a manager or CEO be in a position to have better strategic choices, the manager is capable of, or the CEO is capable of moving ahead in terms of moving into the next level, and that is business level strategies. However, prior to business level strategies, I would like you to please focus on something which is crucial to understand the corporate strategy as well as business level strategy, and how they are interconnected, and how both of them lead to functional strategies. I'm talking about value chain analysis. We are of an opinion that the moment strategy is clear in mind, it's quite possible that we may achieve the outcome. Probably yes, probably no. Why? Because the way we're going to approach towards each and every activities is going to be very very different, and even surprising. Some of the activities like primary activities for any organizations could be inbound logistics or outbound logistics or operations or marketing and sales or service. So these are the primary activities of any organizations. I repeat, inbound logistics like raw materials, handling and warehousing, operations like machining, assembling and testing, or outbound logistics like warehousing and distribution of finished products, or probably marketing and sales where advertising, promotion, pricing, channel relations are given much emphasis on, and service, especially the after sale service or installation, repair, parts, etc. So these are the five major primary functions or activities within the organization's process, from the idea stage to the product stage, finally reaching it to the end user. Besides primary activities, there are support activities like firm infrastructure, particularly in the context of general management, accounting, finance, strategic planning. Then there is human resource management, especially emphasizing on recruiting aspects or training aspects and developmental aspects of employees. Third could be technology development, especially emphasizing on R&D, product and process improvement, right? And procurement could be purchasing of raw materials, machines, supplies, negotiating a lot. So these four secondary activities, that is support activities, I won't say secondary activities, they are basically support activities, and support is very, very paramount for any organization to carry out the primary activities. And as I said, primary activities are inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, service. So when we put together support activities and primary activities, it leads the company to generate more revenue, more profit, and then the company will be able to foresee the future in a particular industry or in the business for that matter. So value chain, understanding where exactly the company's value exists. I mean, where exactly the company is adding value to it out of all of these different activities, be it primary activities or support activities. Out of these 9 different activities, which of those activities make a significant impact upon the profit making process of the company, and how it enables the company to generate more revenue, how it improves the company's image in the market, how it enables the company to generate more and more market capturing, and how it enables the company to remain a brand in the customer's mind for longer period of time. So all these matters when one of these activities from primary as well as support activities become more relevant and add value. So value addition is important. So for corporate level strategy to be executed, for business level strategy to be executed, for functional level strategy to be executed, it is highly important that the student of management or managers in the company or the heads of the company must understand and acknowledge these different activities, and at the level of primary activities as well as support activities in the value chain, and also understand the key value addition which some of these functional areas or activities are significantly adding, must be identified, and then one should be able to go back to those strategic choices in corporate strategy as well as business level strategies, where you get into more identification of varied kind of strategies which may help the company to achieve the goals and objectives through the service and products of the company. So that's the reason I must recommend you to go through this model of which is called VCA in short, value chain analysis. You will find all of these in the PPT slides, which I'll be sharing with you very shortly. So that is about value chain. Now I'm going back to the context where we ended corporate level strategy. Now moving to the second level, business level strategy. What it is all about. Business level, in the sense, the strategies which are quite um, quite different. The strategies which are quite different, unique, as well as the ones which are quite grand in nature. So when I say grand in nature, it does mean the strategies which are which carry a lot of emphasis um, on how business is going to be affected by those steps, the steps which may be a boon or pain for the company to grow and achieve bigger in terms of revenue or results. So such key, specific, very dynamic strategies are called grand strategies. A master long-term plan that provides basic direction for major actions for achieving long-term business objectives. So what all it covers in grand strategies? Please remember, these grand strategies are the part of business level strategies. The strategies which we talked about in the previous video related to cost leadership, differentiation, focus strategies are all the part of generic strategies, which comes under corporate level strategies. Now let's move to the business level strategies. Within the business level strategies, we have strategies which have long-term perspective, or therefore it is called grand strategies. So the strategies which are grand strategies, they talk more about the time period, or rather they indicate the time period over which long range objectives are to be achieved. Any one of these strategies could actually serve as a basis for achieving the major long term objectives of a single firm. So that is important to know. Firms involved with multiple industries or businesses or product lines or customer segments or customer groups usually combine several grand strategies. So it is not one strategy within the grand strategy which is in active mode for any organization. It is all the multiple possible strategies or relevant strategies for the organization to gain benefit while implementing or post implementation. So let's begin with the first one. It is called concentrated growth. Now, concentrated growth strategy is the strategy of the firm that directs its resources to the profitable growth of a dominant product, or in a product, or in a dominant market with a dominant technology. That means a company which is trying to focus, or I should say concentrate, enabling it to lead to enhanced performances, and specific conditions which favor concentrated growth are the is the focus going to be for any company which is wanting to adopt concentrated growth strategy. That means a company which is in the production of a particular product or a or offering a service, a company which is wanting to continue with the same prowess or expertise for longer period of time without moving away from the expertise which they could cultivate over the last several decades. So they want to keep their focus very much concentrated. They don't want to change. However, if there is a possibility of change, they don't want to do a very disruptive change. They don't want to go leave behind what they've been doing and wanting to enter into altogether different work. They don't want to do that. So such companies are very clear as what they are good at and how they're going to achieve those what they are good at. So concentrated growth is the strategy of the firm that directs its resources to the profitable growth of a dominant product which they have, or a dominant market which they have, or the dominant technology which they have. So they are very very clear and focused and convinced about what they are good at and what they are bad at the same time. So concentrated growth, they just focus on a very particular niche area. So similarly, we have the market development strategy. So that's the second strategy. Market development commonly ranks second only to concentration strategy as the least costly and least risky of 15 grand strategies. By the way, we going to talk about 15 different grand strategies. So this is the second one. So I don't think we will be able to cover it in this video. Part of it we will be trying to discuss in the next video or the forthcoming couple of videos. So let me take you walk you through the first four of them at least in this video. So this is the second one, market development. Market development commonly ranks second only to concentration strategy. So it basically consists of marketing present products, often with the only cosmetic modifications, so to customers in related market areas, by adding channels or distributions, or by changing the content of advertising or promotion. So they don't believe basically in changing much as far as their product is concerned. They would like to go for some kind of cosmetic modifications, or probably they want to add channels of distribution, or by slightly changing the content of advertising or promotion, they want to keep themselves fresh and renewed. So by doing so frequently, it actually changes in media selection or promotional appeals and even a distribution. So these are used to initiate this approach. So please understand, market development strategy doesn't focus much on the product enhancement or product change or product development as such. It believes in the philosophy that that the customers can be gained more by focusing on slight changes or cosmetic modification, as I said before, and maybe in terms of adding channels of distribution, or changing the content of advertising or promotion and all, and then they want to capture a particular customer segment through their marketing tactics. So it's more about marketing way of dealing with the customers, rather than offering entirely different experience through their product and services. So please understand that. So let me take you through to the third one, and which is product development. So that this is the very reverse of it. What we heard in market development is just the opposite of product development. And the product development, it itself says that the entire focus of the company is on the product quality, product pricing, packaging, product or value addition, using that product to the end users. So product development involves the substantial modification of existing products, or the creation of new but related products that can be marketed to current customers through established channels. So the entire effort and investment or money is actually spent, the annual budget is actually specifically allocated to product development kind of effort by the company, in comparison to other kinds of expenses which is normally incurred in the business life cycle. So there are companies, especially we can take the example of pharmaceutical companies, where drugs are manufactured, or medicines, where they need to put a lot of money in the research and development activities, and for years. So that consumes a lot of time, however, but then it entirely depends upon the company's capacity to wait and watch and see the clinical trials and results, and then come back with the vaccine, or the medicine for a disease like coronavirus. As currently the entire world, scientists are pharmaceutical companies are actually spending a lot of time in coming up with a product in terms of a drug or vaccination to curb this menace of coronavirus outbreak. So let's hope for the best. Let's cross. Let's our fingers are crossed, and let's hope for the best. Let's see some positive news coming by in the near future. Okay, coming back to the fourth one, and the last one, probably I would like to go ahead with the fourth one, that is innovation. And here innovation kind of strategies, where the focus, needless to say, the focus is on a lot of creativity and inventions, and probably through inventions and creative attempts, the companies actually innovate new products and services. So these companies seek to reap the initially high profits associated with customer acceptance of a new or greatly improved product. So they keep on improving their existing products through innovation, so that customers remain loyal, customers remain um, um, loyal to the company, and they may enjoy that luxury of having a large number of customers. So the underlying rationale of the grand strategy of innovation is basically to create a new product life cycle. So the moment a new product comes with an innovative feature, so its product life cycle increases, and thereby make similar existing products obsolete. So a company in wanting to survive